Hello, I'm back. I'm sorry it's been so long, but I was very sick and lots of plane rides and lots of traveling, but I'm here. Today we are doing this look. It is a slay all day, meaning it's going to stay all day. This tutorial is dedicated to a long wearing makeup look, products that won't budge, techniques that will help your makeup stay on. I feel snatched right now and I'm loving it. This is the look. If you want to know how to do it, then just keep on watching. Okay, I've just gotten out of the shower. I have applied about half of my skincare routine, which I'll do a video about soon. And then I'm going to apply my moisturizer and a few drops of this Clarins Golden Booster. I'm going to take some of my moisturizer and just grab a bit on my finger. And then what I do is I take, and I don't do this every day, but I'm feeling so pasty. I'm just taking 2 drops of the oil by Clarins. I'll link it down below. And I put this on all over my face, as I always do every day. This is like the most important part to a makeup routine, is prepping the skin. By the way, my moisturizer is by Sunday Riley. It is CEO Protect and Repair Moisturizer. I love this stuff. It's so good. Now we're going to prime. I'm going to use the Benefit Porefessional Primer. This is a little sample. I just ran out of my other one. I really like this for the winter especially because your makeup will go on very smooth. So I'm just going to apply this. I like to apply this kind of sparingly. This primer is a little bit more mattifying, so I'm not going to use it like all over my face heavy duty. I'm just using it in the areas where I want to decrease my pore sizes. But it is a really good primer. It really lets your makeup stay on all day. Okay, so we're going to move on to foundation. Now, a lot of foundations that are full coverage will stay on all day if you set them properly and if you prime them. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use what I'm using. But because I have a little bit of a breakout over here, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty, I don't even know what this is called, Pro Filter foundation. I really like this foundation. I do like mixing it with something because it's a bit matte for my liking. I'm going to use the color 260 and I'm very fair right now, so this should be perfect for my skin tone. So I'm going to use 2 pumps of the Fenty and then a half a pump of the CC cream. I'm not going to put it on my forehead because I never put foundation on my forehead. And then I do 2 big swipes down my neck. And I'm going to use the Morphe Y6 brush to blend this in. Ooh, I'm going to have to take this down my neck a little because I really need a spray tan. I always go over my foundation first with a Y6 brush. Not all foundations, actually, that's a lie, but a majority of them. And then I go in with my beauty blender and I just blend the rest out. And this foundation is pretty much dry right now. It's going to oxidize a little bit because it does oxidize a little bit. So when you are buying this foundation, make sure that you just leave it on your hand a little bit longer than when you pick it up and when you first swatch it and you're like, oh, that's great, that's perfect, because it will get darker and then you can just see from there. Because look, if you can see, I don't think you can see this, but it does oxidize a bit. But it really does have a really nice finish. I really have to say I love this foundation a lot. I think it's really just a go-to foundation and it stays on forever, which is the whole point of this video, and that's why we're using it. So to conceal my under eyes, I'm going to use the concealer that I have that lasts the longest, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I live by this stuff. I actually run through concealers. So the fact that this is like $8.99 or sometimes it's $4.99, I get it on sale, is the best. And shout out to Liz who showed me it. This is in the color Sand. I usually use medium, but like I said, I'm very fair right now. And I'm going to go down my nose, which I never do, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to just blend that in with a Morphe E8 brush. So after you're done with blending out your concealer, you want to set it. I'm going to use the RCMA powder, no surprise here. This is my favorite and I love it. And I'm going to use it with a Real Techniques contour brush. So my go-to bronzer is either cream or liquid, but because we want it to stay all day, I'm going to use a powder because cream and liquids, depending on the skin type, tend to fade. So before I go in with any powder over the areas that I have problems with, which is whether it's texture or right now breakout, I'm going to set my foundation. So I'm going to use Studio Fix powder, very light hand with a Morphe M530 brush. Okay, so now I'm ready to bronze my face, and for that I am again very light right now, so I'm going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I would go in with my Marc Jacobs bronzer, but it's a bit dark, and I really just love this bronzer because you can use so much of it and it doesn't look bad. So for our eyeshadow, we're not going to do much. We're going to keep it very simple, and I'm just going to go in with shadows that I know will last the whole time I have my makeup on, which for me are Morphe shadows. They're just amazing. This one's the Jaclyn Hill palette, and it's just fantastic. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, and I'm just going to define my crease with it. I'm not going to do much. I'm going to do a liner, so I don't want it to be too crazy. I just want it to be a little bit defined. And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that color there and just define my crease a little bit in the corners, just a bit more, just to give it some dimension. Now I really don't want a heavy eyeshadow for today, so I'm really using a light hand, and I'm just trying to create dimension in my eye. And that is it. My face doesn't feel complete until I have put my eyebrows on, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do it on camera, but I'm going to speed it up. I'm just brushing them up, and then I'm going in with my KaBrow by Benefit in number 3. Okay, then I'm going to take Benefit's Eye Bright and just carve my eyebrows out underneath. And I know that this is a cream, but that's okay. I don't have much eyeshadow on. And then I just blend it up with my finger. I'm taking Essence Make Me Brow and just running that through my brows. Now that everything's on, my brows are done and set. I'm going to go in with my Inglot Gel Liner in number 77. This is the blackest, and it won't move. It literally won't move. I wanted to do like a really simple makeup look that could just stay on all day, and for me, a nice eyeliner with lipstick, with a liquid lipstick that you can reapply, just makes sense. The brush I'm going to use is probably the most important part for a pot gel liner. They're really tricky, so I like to use one from the craft store, and such a thin line or thin point, and I'm going to attempt to do this on camera. So now that the wing is done, I'm going to apply mascara. And for that, I'm going to use Lash Princess by Essence. I am going to do one more layer of mascara, but before I do that, I'm going to go and finish the I'm going to finish underneath my lashes, so I'm just going to go in with that same brown color here. And a Morphe, what is this? E36. I love this brush. And just, it's under my lash line. Go in with this color here, just very lightly, and go and smoke that on the outer corner. Then we can go ahead and apply bottom mascara, but I'm gonna apply one more layer just before it dries. I love this mascara because it really doesn't budge. It doesn't flake. It stays on all day, and I trust it, and it gives you really good length and volume. It's my favorite mascara ever. It's the only thing I can really build my lashes up with while keeping them semi-separated. Even if they look clumpy, they're still separated, kind of. Very lightly, I'm not going to clump this up. I want to keep it clean. So let's finish up the face. What I am missing is highlighter, blush, and lips. And for highlighter, I like to do highlighter before blush, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an oldie but a goodie. I know this looks good. It stays on all day, and that will be Becca's and Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop. This is in the palette. This is the color here. It's a really strong highlighter, but Becca's highlighters have such good quality, they just stay on all day. And that's what I want. I'm going to apply it with a Morphe M510. So for my nose, my inner corner, and my Cupid's Bow highlight, I'm going to use the Fenty highlighter. I'm obsessed with this color. I'm in the inner corner of my eye. I think it's so beautiful. This is in the color Hustler Baby. So just my inner corners. I'm using just a pencil brush to do this. And then my Cupid's Bow. Right there on my nose, and then on the top of my brow bone in the arch, right there. I really like that. For blush, I'm going to use a blush that I know will stay on all day, and that would be the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blushes. This one's in Partay. Right? Or Party, and it's really nice. I know it's going to stay on all day, which is why I want to wear it. It's perfect. Okay, so I've just done my hair the way I want it to, because I find when I put lipstick on and I haven't done my hair, I hate the way it looks. I don't know. I'm very weird with lipstick. I'm very picky with lipstick. I find myself always putting stuff on and then taking it off, and it's just one of those things. For today, I'm going to put on my trusty tried and true Annabelle, which is a Canadian brand. You can probably only find this in Canada. This is a great dupe for Max Whirl, and it's so much cheaper. It's in the color 300 Spice, so if you're Canadian and you're walking past Annabelle in Shoppers Drug Mart, pick it up. It's really good. I'm just gonna line my lips with this. Oftentimes, I just wear this and then I just leave, especially with no eyeshadow on. Okay, so that's Spice as a lip liner, and then I'm going to go in with this Burberry lipstick in the color Fawn. I put the lip liner all over my lip underneath, because when you do that, the lipstick on top lasts a lot longer. Okay, so I've just put a little earrings on because I just want to feel a little bit more dressy, especially when I put lipstick on. The Burberry lipstick does stay on a long time. It's not the most drying, dry down to a matte consistency. If I were to not want to reapply my lipstick at all, I wouldn't go with this one. I would go with like either a NYX one or a ColourPop one, which will literally last all day, but they do flake off a bit. Any lipstick you're going to have to reapply though if you really want it to last forever, or if you really want it to last all day. But the most important part to any long-lasting makeup is to set your face with a setting spray. And my favorite setting spray is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I think it is the most long-lasting and the best finish. I like the finish the best. So I'm going to spray that all over my face. Then what you want to do is fan it. So I'm just taking a postcard and I'm going to fan it until it dries. I always set my face after I've sprayed it just in specific areas with a translucent setting powder. This one's a pressed one by Bare Minerals. I like this one. It does have a bit of flashback when I take a picture. So I don't use it when I take pictures, but for everyday use it's totally fine. And I'm going to use that Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to pop that on my brush and just apply it to where my smile lines are, my chin, and the top of my forehead. So yeah, I really hope you like this video. I'm sorry I took a massive hiatus. I was so sick and traveling, and it was just a long month, but it's over now. It's a fresh year and I'm very excited for more videos to come. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon, and I hope you like this look. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.